Countries worldwide have been using gasoline and coal as their primary energy resource for over a century. But there are better options available that people just don't know about yet. This being said, a large majority of people suffer from paying high prices for gas, and our environment also suffers from excess pollution that gasoline and coal release. Just think, every day we charge up our cell phones, flick on a light switch, play our games, and even adjust our air conditioner to the temperature we want. Have you ever wondered where the electricity comes from that powers all this that we use for everyday accommodations? The majority of our power produced is run off electrical grids that come from coal plants. And although coal is one of the most abundant energy resources, it does come with negative side effects. For instance, air pollution from coal-fired power plants include sulfur, nitrogen oxides, and heavy metals. This leads to smog, acid rain, and other environmental effects. Coal-fired power plants are responsible for 1/3 of our nation's pollutions and carbon dioxide emissions. On the same note, it shouldn't be a surprise that the energy source we use to power vehicles, gasoline, also has negative side effects. Studies have shown that gasoline releases hazardous air pollutions in the air that can cause serious health and environmental effects. Health effects include cancer, birth defects, and nervous system problems. Environmental effects include a massive amount of CO2 being released in the atmosphere that contributes to pollution and global warming. Also, oil waste that is dumped contaminates our clean waters, oceans, and seeps in our soils that contaminates our farmland. In the last couple of decades, the effects of gas and coal has leaked in the media that caused a quiet uproar for alternative energy sources. These sources include biodiesel, natural gas, hydrogen, and cold fusion. Biodiesel is a fuel made from vegetable oils, animal fats, and recycled restaurant greases. It's safe, biodegradable, and produces less air pollutants than petroleum-based diesel. The problem is it's more expensive than gasoline, and vehicles get low fuel economy when using it. Natural gas is a fossil fuel composed of mostly methane. It's one of the cleanest burning alternative fuels and is found in abundance of America. Natural gas is cheaper than gasoline, and a lot of experts call it the future. The only problem is natural gas car models are not widely available yet, and they're not planning on making many more for several decades. Another alternative is hydrogen. Hydrogen can be produced domestically from fossil fuels such as coal, nuclear power, and renewable resources such as hydropower. Fuel cell vehicles powered by pure hydrogen emit no harmful air pollutants. Just like natural gas, there's a few obstacles in the way holding it back though. The cost of hydrogen-powered vehicles are more expensive than gasoline-powered ones. Also, there's 37 public stations available in the U.S. These energy alternatives are looking promising to help make our world a safer and healthier place, but there is still one that could triumph all of them, and that's cold fusion. Cold fusion is a form of energy generated when hydrogen interacts with certain metals, like nickel. Think of a nuclear reactor and all the energy it produces, but then take away the harmful radiation emitted. That's cold fusion. Although successful experiments have not been achieved on a large scale yet, scientists have made big strides in the last 10 years on developing the technology needed to make this possible. Many scientists, such as Martin Fleischmann, believe the oil and gas corporations are keeping cold fusion under wraps in fear that they will bankrupt them one day. Imagine living in a world where countries don't fight over oil and other resources, where our air is clean, where the water we drink isn't contaminated, and where we don't have to worry about running out of the resources we needed to function in our everyday lives. The good thing is this type of future is literally right around the corner. Gasoline and coal have been a huge part of the advancement of the human race as a whole, but it's time for a change. The change for a better energy resource. Thank you.